Our top focus tonight, the controversial former Chief of Army Staff, General VK Singh, firing another salvo at the government. This time he's backed a civil society plan to gherao Parliament on the 4th of December to express solidarity with sugarcane farmers.
Is the general getting ready to fight another war, that against the UPA government in the political arena? The man who not so long ago led the Indian Army and had, for the first time in India's independent history, dragged the government to court, now wants to put the government on a mat over sugarcane pricing. A few days ago, along with activist Anna Hazare, he had demanded that the government dissolve the parliament, since none of the public representatives were performing their duties.
Demand is that please carry out a reappraisal of this report, taking realities on ground in mind, so that a farmer is not taken for a ride by the mill owners.
And days after sharing the platform with veteran anti-corruption activists, the general made common cause with Indian National Lok Dal and tainted former Haryana Chief Minister Om Prakash Chautala. The general, however, denied that he was joining politics immediately.
हमारी मांग है कि इस संसद को भंग किया जाए ताकि जनता फैसला कर सके कि हमारी सरकार का चरित्र कैसा हो.
Several former soldiers have joined politics and General Singh won't be setting a precedent. But General Singh is the first army chief who's engaging the government on political and social issues. And the fact that he had a bitter fight with the government as Chief of Army Staff over his year of birth is now raising questions about his actual intentions. In New Delhi, Shruti Ranjan Sen for NDTV.
Well, in fact, some breaking news coming in on our top story on the government speaking out, in fact, on the LPG rollback. NDTV's Maya Sharma has Veerappa Moily with her. Let's go across quickly to that interview.
Ever since he took over the ministry, it has been in the news. Veerappa Moily joins us now here in Bangalore. So is there pressure to increase the cap on the number of subsidized cylinders given per year?
Of course, even our ACC spokesperson said, there should be increase in cap. And, even many political parties have said there is a demand. Even some of the states like Jammu and Kashmir, they say that, the logistic is a real problem for them. And, putting the cap has put up a lot of hardship. Even many of the northeastern chief ministers and the chief ministers have spoken to me. And this is a matter which the oil ministry, many of the oil agencies will have to consider.
The oil agencies. What about the ministry itself? Are you considering?
No, we are given a lot of liberty to the oil ministry now. We don't want to take decision at certain stage.
You're passing it on to them. Is there a lot of pressure? Is there a lot of pressure within the party?
We have deregulated many things now.
Is there a lot of pressure within the party itself to increase?
No, it's not a question of party.
Yes.
Party will get pressure when the various states and the stakeholders and the beneficiaries speak about it. But of course, they have gone by some arithmetic that there, in an average, only 6 cylinders are enough. This is arithmetic. There is also a chemistry involved in it that they have not looked into.
A different science. Also, this decision to hold the increase in prices of non-subsidized cylinders. What was behind that? Where did that come
that
from?
is for the respective companies to do it.
Okay.
Maybe I was told,
Yes.
this is not my decision,
Yes.
not the ministry decision.
Okay.
We would, according to the information which I have received,
Yes.
they say that there are certain administrative problems and administrative expediency, which has made them to take this kind of a decision, which I have to look into it. Immediately I get back to Delhi.
As soon as that happens. Finally, sir, non-ministry connected issue, the attack actually on Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi that there was, with Young India, that there was questions being raised about the running of that.
Dr. Subramaniam has made it a profession to attack everybody. And he thinks that by doing that, he will be always found in the limelight. And, I don't think we can oblige him by attacking back again. But we know very well the kind of great sacrifice Mrs. Sonia Gandhi has done it. And, she is the one person, who has served for the highest term in the Congress party. And, thrice, the Prime Ministership came to her. She just did not grab it. And, this is a kind of a leadership, statesmanship, and which we are very proud always. And, making an attack on such a great leader I don't think, anybody will take it.
Rahul Gandhi is speaking of legal action.
Pardon?
Rahul Gandhi is speaking
No,
of
it is
legal action.
for him. I think, I don't think, the people will have to, people who make such reckless allegations, which will definitely reflect on the integrity of the country. In fact, you speak unnecessarily, maliciously against a leader will ultimately affect the integrity of a sovereign republic and integrity of, ultimately by destabilizing the leadership, we just forget that, we are making some politics, but ultimately destabilizing a leader and questioning a leadership, ultimately it will reflect on the democracy of a country.
Finally,
this is where we'll have to be very careful.
Finally, sir, there are lots of questions about the functioning of Reliance, questions that Jayapal Reddy was actually removed from the ministry because of pressure from Reliance. How would you respond?
Then should I say that, I've been removed from the law ministry, removed from the power ministry, removed from because of some pressure? Such things will not happen in this Congress party. And, the number of portfolios have been changed. And even after 2009, even after 2004,
Okay.
if I don't think, Jayapal Reddy, I met him, he doesn't think like that. What he, this is only a preposterous, allegations made, which is politically, but very fact, such praise is coming from Mr. Venkaya Naidu and some of the BJP people, and also some persons, who are out to, destabilize the democracy in this country. That goes to show that this is one such weapon, an instrument, which has been chosen by them to attack Congress party. That's all. It's not as if, they are the champions of Mr. Jayapal Reddy. Rather, they are doing greater disservice to Mr. Jayapal Reddy.
And S.M. Krishna back in.
All right, the Petroleum and Natural Gas Minister there speaking to NDTV's Maya Sharma, taking questions on what the government now wants to do in terms of raising the cap on subsidized cylinders of cooking gas. Mr. Veerappa Moily leaving that decision to oil companies, also launching a very strong defense of the Congress party's top leadership in the matter of the allegations raised by Subramaniam Swamy. Let's move on now, though, to our top focus tonight. The former Army Chief VK Singh supporting a call to gherao Parliament. We're asking tonight, is it appropriate for an ex-army chief to target one of India's biggest institutions, in fact, the very seat of its democracy? Well, joining me tonight on this discussion, Lieutenant General Shankar Prasad, Defence Analyst, Lieutenant Colonel R.S.N. Singh, Associate Editor of the Indian Defence Review and a former Officer of Military Intelligence, Brigadier V. Mahalingam and Lieutenant General Raj Kadian. Brigadier Mahalingam, let me begin with you. I mean, the army is always perceived as being above politics in a sense, and it's an institution that really owes its allegiance to the national flag, to the country, but is somehow perceived as being above and beyond partisan politics in a sense. So when an ex-army chief sort of starts exploring the political scene, is seen one day on a non-political platform, and another day on a political platform as he was today, and talks about gheraoing Parliament, what sort of a message do you think that sends up?
First of all, I would like to correct a misinformation which seems to have happened. I have gone through various websites. What seems to have happened is the Bharatiya Kisan Mazdoor Sangh or Mazdoor thing, they have written a letter to the Prime Minister about the Rangarajan Committee report, saying that one of the issues, that is state administered mechanism, pricing mechanism, which he had recommended to be scrapped, they have said that must be removed. And failing which, he has said that they will go on the Parliament gherao on the 4th of December. He also, and all that General VK Singh is supposed to have done is to sort of supported that move. Having said that, now let me first of all say,
I think that's what we've been saying, that he's supporting a call to gherao Parliament.
He is not
issuing a call, and I think you'll see that we have reported that
right.
fairly clearly.
Now let me tell you, we joined the armed forces at the age of 18 and 21. That's the age we joined. We serve in the army for 25 to 35 years, or sorry, 35 to 45 years, and then we retire. Are we to say that we abrogate our right to our speech, our right to being heard? Is it so? It is a joke, and I'm sorry, I'm not prepared to accept. All that has happened is General VK Singh is a retired army chief. He is as much a military veteran as me, or for that matter anyone else, and he has every right to say what he wants to. Now,
I don't think it's a matter of not saying what he wants to. If you would like to come in at this point, Lieutenant General Kadian, is this, in a sense, the General now embarking on politics or perhaps taking a foray into politics? But when he brings up Parliament, when he says, as he did last week, asking for the dissolution of the present Parliament or, now supporting this call to gherao Parliament, do you believe that there's a slightly troubling message there?
Firstly, there is a confusion in the media reports. Earlier, one of the channels had said that General VK Singh has called for gherao the Parliament. Now, Brigadier Mahalingam, who has done all the study, has clarified that that is not so. He is only supporting a cause. There is a little difference. Now, today VK Singh is a private citizen. He has every right, like anybody else, to speak his mind, to say what he wants to, and to take part in whatever agitation he wants to, which a citizen has. But this is also true that General VK Singh is little more than a private citizen. He has been the military leader of this country, and all his popularity, his influence in the society, his standing in the society has come because of years in uniform. Therefore, that institution which gives us so much also in return expects, or if not demand, something in return. And that is that we uphold the value system, the culture, the military ethos that we acquired over the 40 years. That is why it is very commonly said and true that a soldier is soldier for life. Even the constitution permits all of us to use our rank even after we have gone, even posthumously.
So are you saying this goes against the ethos of the army?
I am trying to say that people who have held a very responsible position, it is expected that whatever they say or do should also fall within the realms of responsibility. Any call that doesn't support the law of the land, which is the culture that we acquire during our uniform, should not be seen to be either supported or inspired by anybody.
Mahalingam, a quick rebut.
Law of the land. What is gherao? Is gherao something wrong with gherao? Don't political parties do it? Don't lawyers do it? What is wrong with that? He is an ex-army chief. Now, propriety, that is what everyone keeps talking about, the general. Now, propriety is a two-way traffic. It is not one way. Now, assuming, though I maintain that what he is doing is absolutely correct, but I would like to say that let us take a look at the government. What is it doing? Court judgments not being honored. The Army Act stipulates a specific time for the redressal of grievance. No reply to people who are putting up statutory complaints. What is happening? If there is propriety, people should ask the government where is the propriety gone in respect of their case.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.